Side chick to side chick. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's just not a good look. Like, leaving your stuff behind. Hopefully the girl gonna find. That's what you think. That's gonna make him want you more or after? No.
Jimmy on the track, so you know it's lit.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Sidechick with Bibra. I am Bibra, and of course you're gonna chat. If you're new to my channel, just want to say hey, you could have clicked anywhere else, but you decided to click here, and for that I love you. Y'all already know the deal. It's the same ass intro and the same ass videos, okay? Alright y'all, so I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story time just because I'm bored. This is not really a story that needs to be told. You know, if I could go back and delete history, I would definitely do so. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, this is not a story that I'm like, yeah, I'm just gloating here, you know. And after talking to my peoples, you know, you gotta remember, like, you know, I was told, like, bro, if you're gonna tell a story, you can never say anything bad or anything, you know, it's on the topic just because, bitch, you was one too. You know what I'm saying? But there's a difference. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't excuse anything, like I said. But like I said in other videos, once I come to terms with something that I've done in my past, I mean, it's really, I can't beat myself up about it. You know what I'm saying? I just know what I want to do and how to move differently in the future, you know. But I was young. It just wasn't on my to-do list. But it was, I mean, alright, there's really no excuse for what I did. Let's say that. You know, if you knew better, you do better. So if I can tell someone else, if you're gonna still do it and do it, that's fine. You know, you just have to be okay with living with the consequences. You're gonna have to pay for it in some way. And that's probably why I'm just not in my love life is horrible now, just because of the decisions that I've probably made. It is what it is. This is why story time. It happened before, so I'm just gonna tell y'all. And I'm pretty sure somebody could relate. And I'm pretty sure some people been there. And I'm pretty sure probably still doing it. Which, if you're grown and you're still doing it, that's concerning. We don't even know what we're talking about. This whole time we've been chatting about it. Alright, so boom. This gonna be the story time of the time that I was a side chick. You know, I really thought hard and long about if I wanted to tell a story just because, bro. You know what I'm saying? But in the same breath, I was a side chick. Like, it is what it is. He had a girlfriend. Yes, I knew about it. No, I didn't care. No, that wasn't my concern. No, they was not married. No, I mean, they're still together. You know what I'm saying? They're definitely still together, bro. And they definitely just had a kid. They just had a kid, like, recently. I'm not gonna say we're cool. We aren't, like, in communication. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't talk, of course. So, boom. I was in high school, right? I was probably, like, in 11th or 12th grade or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It was weird because homie dad had the same name as my dad. You know, that was weird as hell. Like, to the point where I'm not calling you by your first name, but I'm just going to start talking to you, and boom. And this lasted for, like, almost 2 years, maybe, if not. This is horrible. It just went so well because, one, I walked into the situation knowing what it was. And I did not expect more. I did not do anything to make me feel like, or to make him feel like he had to choose. Bro, we knew what it was. He was like in his mid-20s when we met. So, how do we meet? We met. That's not important. That's not important how we met. We're never gonna go in there because that just opens the door to a bunch of other stuff. So, boom. We met, and I think what helped us, like, mesh so well is just the fact of, you know, he kept it a buck. So I'm trying to tell people today, keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm in a whole different headspace, in a whole different mental space now. I would never, ever, I don't care if it's a girl, if it's a friend, if I peep that I'm in competition and it's not of a, we're just talking. I'm like, we're not about to do that. And that's okay with me. Basically, he had a girlfriend, and yes, you know, they were together. You know what I'm saying? They've been together for this long, whatever case may be. But, you know, he just wanted to explore his options or whatever case. And our vibe together was just like, yo, that was dead to homie. I don't care what nobody say. Even now, all these years later, we are not in communication. We don't talk. Hey, yo, what up, what up? I think, like, a couple months back, he hit me up to ask me a question on something that I was doing as far as helping him in his business. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, whatever, you know, how can I and I told him, and that was that. And it was cool. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but respect, or whatever the case may be. Now, this is where females and stuff go wrong. First of all, you go wrong by agreeing to the whole, you know, he had a girlfriend situation, or living with the girl, whatever case. Now, they were not married. Let's make this very clear. They were not married. Yeah, they were together for some time, but that was basically it. I didn't really know much about the shorty. I didn't really ask because I knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? If you know what it is, if you go into something how it is, that's what it's going to be. If you allow myself in the beginning, that's how the whole relationship is going to be. So I already knew what it was. My expectations wasn't more than, you know what I'm saying? Like, I kept it respectful even when I was there. Like, yeah, sometime I would go. And, like, I would see, like, maybe her stuff in the bathroom and stuff like that. Like, I just would keep it cute. Like, oh, let me make sure I don't forget this. And make sure I don't forget that. Just because, out of respect. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, now, being an adult and, like, really, really, like, hearing stories and stuff of, like, girls who purposely, like, leave their earrings behind or leave something behind. Like, if it's done by accident, whatever. But, like, purposely leaving their earrings around, purposely leaving things behind. That's just too much, bro. That's too... If you... I'm not gonna say nothing. Side chick to side chick. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's just not a good look. Like, leaving your stuff behind. Hopefully the girl gonna find. That's what you think. That's gonna make him want you more or after? No. Boom. So I keep it cute all the time. You heard me? So boom. Yo, the whole situation was the most smoothest side chick situation there could be. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. Just off GP. I'm just gonna keep it real. Okay, he knew I was in high school. Did he know the D for me? I'm sure he knew I was in high school. He probably did. Nah, I'm sure he knew I was in high school. Nah, he probably definitely didn't even know I was in high school. I don't. Yo, if okay, because like I don't know if homies watch our story, like, because through the years, like I think we're probably still friends on like social media or something like that. So I don't even know if he like be watching my videos. So if you do, you know what I'm saying, you know who you are. What's up? POP holding it down. But at the same time, I was in high school. I don't know, he probably didn't know. One time I was stranded in Brooklyn, like stranded, like over there by Church Avenue, something deep that, you know, you can't just walk to the train. No, like you have to get on the bus to the train. And my friend who I was with, like always like, for the friend who I was with drove, right? Cool. But this friend, after like a certain time in the nighttime, he would like want me to spend the night. And that's not a thing in my book. I don't spend the night at people's house. I just, like, I don't care if I'm getting home 1 foot, 1 shoe. I'm gonna get home and I want to sleep in my own bed. I don't want to be cuddled up. I just don't, no. So I already knew that if I mentioned the whole going home, I would have to hear the song and the dance about going home. It's late, I'm just spend the night and besides the fact that I probably couldn't even spend the night, but that's neither here nor there. Nah, besides that, I just, because at that time, of course, there was no option. It's you in high school, bitch, bring your ass the fuck back home. Yeah, curfew, bring home, get home. So one night I was fake stranded in like, I don't even know what part of Brooklyn that was, but it was over there by church. Utica and all that. So I knew that if I told my friend to take me home, he would have been on some, oh my god, like, waiting on this and it ain't like, blah, 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 you know, blah, 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 it's too late for you to be out, because I would have been like, take me to the train. Whatever, I need to get home, I'm gonna go home, like, I'll take me to the train. That's fine. But I knew I was gonna hear a song and dance, so I had hit up Sir. And I was like, hey, what's up, what you doing? I'm in Brooklyn, I'm stranded, and I need to get home. And he was like, well, where you at in Brooklyn? I was like, over here on I'm at my friend's house, blah, blah, blah. So, he probably knew what was up. Because, first of all, you don't even live in Brooklyn. Second of all, you don't even know Brooklyn like that. Third of all, you're all the way over here at a friend's house, so why the friend didn't take you home? But, of course, he came to get me. He came to get me. So, when he came to get me, he asked no questions. He asked no questions at all. Came, picked me up, whatever. My friend was wanting to walk me to, because I told him that my uncle was coming to get me. Yeah, I told him my uncle was coming. Like, he didn't see the dude, of course, but I just told him, like, oh, no, my uncle's coming, and you don't need to, no, he don't want to meet you, he don't, none of that. Like, he's just coming to get me and take me home. Boom. wasn't uncle that was gonna get me, of course, whatever. So I get in the car like normal. He's like, "You good?" I'm good. Yeah. He ain't even make me feel like he ain't answer no questions. He just was like, "You good?" I'm good. Yeah. So he came, whatever, and drove me home. Boom, boom, boom. I don't hear nothing about it forever, right? Like to the point where I forgot. A couple months later, we were talking. He gonna throw it in the conversation, talk about, "Oh yeah, like how I came to get you from your boo house or something like that." And I was stuck, like, wait, huh? You can't get me from my boo house. He was like, "Yeah, over there by a church." You would have gone. What the fuck? I was so embarrassed. Like, first of all, that was not my boo. On a home record, they are still together. To my knowledge, Shorty did not find out. Now how do we end things? So basically, you know, I graduated from school and stuff, and then I was going away to college. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it just. Yeah, like, you know, you start loving yourself and realizing, like, bro, first of all, forget loving yourself. You start realizing, bro, if I got a boyfriend, this is not going to be cheating on me, okay? You got women like me who just was like, whatever, because I really, listen, listen, as long as I was safe and all that other stuff, all the extraness, I knew what I was getting myself into, you know what I'm saying? And now being an adult and really, really just seeing life for what it is, I would never want nobody to do that. Even if, oh no, that's just my girlfriend, that's just like, we're just boyfriend and girlfriend. That's my husband, of course, I would never be okay with that. And you know what's crazy is, like, I'm not gonna say a couple months back, this couple years now, oh, did I say a couple months earlier? I think I meant to say a couple years ago, because we, like I said, we're not in communication, and we're not on bad terms. Like, he posts something that's whatever, I may like it, he likes my stuff. Like, it's just, that's it. We just strictly social media friends. Like, there's just nothing more than that. And I don't know. I just know that on my behalf, I respected the situation. I never tried to do nothing to come in between, to, hey, what's up, pop up, like none of that, to show that we have interest. We knew what it was. I knew what it was. He knew what it was. And we kept it, you know what I'm saying? So, boom. Sir had like called me out the blue, like, so I was like, hello? He's like, hello? I was like, yeah, what's up? He's like, what's up? I'm like, you know, just checking on him. I'm like, oh, I'm good, whatever. I hope you well. Like, good to hear from you. I'm glad you good, whatever. Listen, if you've had a relationship of any sort with somebody and y'all could be cordial and just peaceful and just like, whatever, oh my God, long time, or just whatever, I ain't arguing with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. High and buying. I don't need nothing else. But I'm just saying, like, ain't nothing wrong with that. I could do with it, do without it. But if you could do with it, that's what's up. So when he did that, I was like extra shocked. Like, hey, long time, you good? Like, yeah, I'm good. Boom, boom. So then he hit me up and he threw me for a loop, y'all. And sir, if you're watching this, you know I would never throw you under the bus, so I'm not gonna go deep in detail. But yeah, so he hit me up and he's like, what is that? Oh, you good? Good, whatever. And then he basically was just saying, like, you know, because he winds up moving. Not important where, but he winds up moving. And he would just hit me up, like, he would be coming back and forth to work or to do something with something, I don't know, but something he would be coming back and forth to New York for. And did I possibly want to, like, continue, you know, our love situation? And I was like, no, I am a grown woman now. God would not like that. He didn't like it then. But no, I was like, no, I can't. Like, I would never do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, not being this age now and just thinking that's cute. I'm in a whole different mental space, head space, all that space. No, I'm good. And he respected it, and then that was the last I heard. I didn't make him feel weird for asking me just because I was with it the first time. So don't listen, that's another thing, don't get all bougie, because at first when I'm going to tell a story, I had to think about all of the situations. Now, if I mention me being a side chick, I can never ever come down on a side chick, but I would never come down on being a side chick, because there's different situations. You can't get mad at strictly the girl, you got to get mad at the dude too, because that's your situation. So I'm saying, I was a happily single person. This is your situation that, you know what I'm saying? Boom. And then I'm sure that he asked it because, you know, I held my situation down. You know what I'm saying? I knew what it was and I kept it what it was, and that was that. It was nothing extra. That's why you gotta know who you're dealing with and know what to do. I mean, you shouldn't be dealing with somebody who's with somebody, but you know what I'm saying. But long story short, they are still together. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he's waiting for. He needs to marry her because she just had a baby. I mean, I don't know if she just had a baby, but she had his baby. So they need to make it official. And he needs to stop playing and marry that girl. But yeah. And yeah, through the relationship, of course, because I'm sure all situations is not like this. Like I said, we grew knick-knack, paddywhack. But yeah, he had let me know like the reason of why, you know, he felt the need to seek outside of their relationship. And things happen, you know, things happen. So it is what it is. Like I said, out of respect, like we would like it, like out of respect, I would never, you know, violate that. You know what I'm saying? That's because those was like, you know, sacred conversations that we had and stuff like that. That even if I would never do that. But yeah, that was my story time of when I was a side chick. You know what I'm saying? They're still together, which I'm happy to know they're still together. And I knew my place and I kept my place, and it is what it is. And like I said, I was in high school then. This is the highlight of the situation. I was in high school, but this is just a story time. So I was in high school. I was not, you know what I'm saying, I was not they were not close to being married. Look, all these years later, I graduated from high school in 2010. You heard me? They still not married. So it's not me. I didn't mean to say it like that, but I mean, like, all these years later, they're still together. You know what I'm saying? They have a beautiful baby and a beautiful family. And yeah, it's like, you know, he was already doing his thing. He was a single father doing his thing already. Like, so shout out to him. Well, not really, because you definitely was in the whole situation. But you know what I mean? Yeah, like, I don't know. We just listen, and how the dynamic kind of grew stronger because, like, okay, boom, so this was one time his car was in the shop. I mean, we even made it work. He ain't had no car, and I still was taking my life. And shout out to him because he definitely had some big ass water bag. Yo, you ever seen somebody who had a water bag? Comment down below if you had a water bag or you knew somebody who had a water bag. This big, humongous water bag. We just meshed so well. You know what I'm saying? Like, he snored, I snored. His snore was dangerous, so you had to, like, go to sleep before his snore. But as long as that was the case, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm definitely not gloating telling this story. Like, hey, I was a side chick, but it's a story time. I was a side chick. Shit, what the fuck? I mean, they wasn't married, so you know what I'm saying? They still together to this day, so they chilling. That was it, y'all. But that's about it. Definitely check out my next story time. I don't know what y'all gonna see. I don't even know if I'm gonna upload this just because I don't know how I feel about just letting y'all know that I was a whole side chick out here. But some of y'all side chick and y'all adults, you know what I'm saying? You know what the consequences of being a side chick is, and y'all still being a side chick. Once I peeped and realized what it felt like to be an adult and realize, or just in general, that like if I have somebody, I don't want nobody cheating me. You cannot do that. That was not okay. That was during the time that I was bugging out. But yes, guys. Bye.
Jimmy on the track, so you know it's lit.